to the channel. It's Cindy here, and today I have a special guest. This is Amir Rose. So yeah, I know the video says nest with me, but yeah, those of you who've been watching me regularly know that I gave birth a bit early. Yeah, so she was in a rush to come out, and so I didn't have time to do the nesting video and so forth. So I still want to, like, just share the experience and hopefully help someone who's like a first time mom, or they're clueless as to what should I get for my baby, So anyway, so what I usually do is this is my fourth baby. Hey, what's up? Hey, girl. Yeah, she has a bit of a tummy issue, but anyway, what I do is I usually group my things into 4 categories. So there's the clothes, there's the toiletries, and then there is accessories, the big accessories like stroller, whatnot, and then the smaller accessories like the wraps, baby bottles, and so forth. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm just going to share my list and what I did. So yeah, I usually just write it down early on in my pregnancy, like I'll write like the quantities that I want. Obviously I can go slightly less or slightly more, and then as I get the stuff I tick it. So let's get started. Before you get started, please hit that like button if you haven't already, and if you're not a subscriber, please do consider subscribing. I am so excited that I'm almost like at 550 subscribers as at filming this video, and I'm just yeah, I'm hoping to get to 1,000. So please consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed. Hit that like button, share, comment, just yeah, participate. It helps my video to do well. It helps the algorithm to promote my video and so forth. So thanks, guys. Like. So I'm going to insert this video I think maybe in my this clip in my nesting video. I'm just doing some baby washing. I'm actually nesting, but I just wanted to say this is for my baby when she comes, to say that this is now 2023, and yeah, but I've been so anticipating having my fourth child. I just wanted her to know when she sees this in the future that we are so excited for, and we're waiting for a long time. So I actually got this bag. It's a lovely bag, I actually got this bag from my sister who had a baby in 2021. Yeah, she had a baby in 2021, but I was helping her to buy her stuff. So I was like, if I find anything, then I'll just buy it. But she didn't like this bag. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's a lovely bag. It's unisex, and yeah, you can use it for both. She had a boy, and you can use it for both boys and girls. But she's like, she doesn't want it. I'm like, what? This is a nice bag, and it was on markdown. Yeah, I think the original price was like 1,200, but I got it for 200, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it. Bags don't expire, So I was like, when I have my baby, I was really hoping for a girl, but I knew it would work also for a boy. So I was like, you know what? I'll keep the bag if she doesn't want it. And then this is I think it was my daughter's, like when she was still young in primary school. They went to like a fair or something, and this is one of the things that she won, I think. So it's like, you know what, I gave away all the baby stuff, but this one is a nice pop-up book about Noah's Ark. You can pull things out, you can, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna keep this for my baby. And this toy also, this my youngest boy was using. Like, sorry, I'm trying to use one hand, the other hand is holding the camera, so it was like, again, see, okay, it's supposed to, it like vibrates or something, and it shakes. It's just a toy. So yeah, we've been keeping this for years, literally. And yeah, this blanket also, yeah, I'd also gotten from my sister, and I was like, I know it's bright. I'm not really into that. Like my sister's like, no, I don't want like these dolls. She wanted like, neutral, soft colors, like neutral, not bright stuff like this. I don't mind, but yeah, she definitely didn't want this. It's a bit too bright, also for my taste. But I was like, it was cheap, and I was like, I don't know. I was like, why does it have all these zippers and stuff like that? And now I know that it's actually a swaddle blanket, so you can wear. It's like the baby will be wearing the blanket. It's like I'm not choosing this. I'm like, it's fine. It's a boy color, but you can use it for girls. The nice thing is that well, girls can wear any color, but yeah, I'm not one of those parents who put like pink feminine stuff on baby boys. So I was like, yay. And then this one also. So this one I got at Mr. Price Home. Also almost 2 years ago. Yeah, almost 2 years ago. Look at that. It is so pretty. This is like a duvet, you know. And you know what? The reason why I got it was like, baby bedding is expensive, guys. It really is, because people spend a lot on their babies. They do. But yeah, look at that. It's so pretty. But you know what? It was on markdown. I think the packaging was coming out. It was only like 10 rand. I mean, like 10 rand. Like, and I was like, you know what? I'm buying it. And I was like, I'll keep it for my baby girl. And let's say years down the line, if I never use it, then I'll just gift someone else. So yeah, so that's the thing. And then this one, look at that. I was like, this is so pretty. I know, guys. I know. I've been waiting to be buying pink because I enjoyed it the first time with my older daughter. But yeah, I enjoyed it the first time with my older daughter. But then I enjoyed, the boys and stuff. But I was like, okay, I've had enough blue and neutral colors. Now I just want to buy pink. So I was like, this is so pretty as well. So I also got this a year ago. That's like, so I've had this for a year. It's a swaddle blanket with the hoodie. It's so nice, but I thrifted it actually. So this cost like 25 rand. I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy it for when I have my baby girl, and if I don't, I'll gift it to someone. So is there anything else? So no, so literally these are the baby stuff I had. These are the only baby stuff I had. Yeah, because like I said, there was such a large gap between this one and my youngest boy, and I was like, I was hoping for a girl, so I didn't want to keep anything. There is one blanket that I've used for all my children, right? It was my daughter's, and then when the little brother didn't need it anymore, she took back her blanket. I'm like, can I use it for the baby? Like, no, I like my blanket. I'm like, it's fine. I've decided not to use those type of blankets anymore. But anyway, I'll see if I will just show it to you. So yeah, this is me just excited to welcome our little one. So what does a baby actually need? That's a question I asked myself the first time I got pregnant with our first child. So basically, you know what? All these things I'm going to mention, it's good to have. Some of them are essentials. But basically, a baby just needs to be fed, right? They need to be fed how they're fed, and by who, it really doesn't matter. They need to be fed. They need to be kept comfortable. Like if it's winter, warm clothes. If it's summer, clothes that are cool so that they don't sweat. They need to be snuggled, right? And they need their diapers changed. That's the basic needs of a baby. So as long as whatever you get meets those basic needs, then you're doing a good job. Anyway, I'll start with the clothes, right? So I'll just read off my lists, right? So there was vests, socks, cotton onesies. So this is what I call onesies. Some people call them rompers or jumpsuits or whatever. So when I say onesie or romper, this is what I mean, right? Whatever name you call it, but that's it. So I'll get like cotton ones and fleece ones. So my baby was born in summer, so I only got like I actually only bought two of these just in case it was cold, and then I was gifted yeah, I was gifted two others, I think. So she's got four and she's hardly ever used them. So it's also good to consider like the season in which your child is born, because you don't want to buy a lot of winter stuff when you a lot of winter newborn stuff when your baby is born in summer, and vice versa, because they'll end up not wearing the clothes, you know. So anyway, I got also leggings, which are just the little trousers. I like the ones with you know, the legs already like this, so they come looking like half of this, you know. But also the ones without are good, especially in summer because it's very hot. Then they can just wear with light socks or without socks. But then the ones with legs will be rather warm in winter, in summer I mean. And then I also got like hats, so cotton hats and fleece ones for obviously for winter. So I got the cotton ones to be smaller sizes and the winter ones to be bigger sizes. She actually hasn't worn much of the cotton because it's been so hot. And then shoes, basically you don't need to buy baby shoes really until they're walking. So the shoes that I got for her, it's actually for when she's over one, right? So hopefully by that time she'll be walking, or at least learning to walk. I also got mittens, which are, you could buy mittens or not. Like before, I would just use socks as mittens, right? So with this baby, it's actually the first time I've actually bought mittens. And then bibs. Bibs are good for when baby is when baby is bottle fed, because then, you know, sometimes they dribble and so forth. And then also like when they start to eat, right? But also if your baby, even if they're breastfed, like all my children are breastfed, but some of them, like they would spit up a lot, so it would always be good if they have like a bib on them so that their clothes don't get wet and you can also wash. And then there are the nice clothes, you know, like little outfits, right? So like this one, this is one that says my first Christmas. Okay, so I usually don't buy a lot of these when they're newborn because they have to be kept warm and they're small and scrawny and they don't really fill up the clothes. But I usually like to buy like the little outfits from, you know, maybe when they are 1 month and going up, you know, or 3 to 6 months, whereby they're actually not at that like newborn stage. Mostly when my babies are new, if it's summer, I like to keep them in vests and leggings, and if it's cold, then I like to keep them in the onesies. Yeah, so yeah, this is a cotton onesie. So basically this is what I'll use, and then when they're older I start getting the outfits. So now moving on to the next one, which is toiletries. Toiletries are pretty easy. It's diapers. I'm doing a mixture of cloth and what, disposable diapers, right? So yeah, so I've got the, as you can see right here, I've got the diapers there, you know, the cloth ones are in the drawer there. And then you need wipes, right? Wet wipes, petroleum jelly. That's me, like us Africans, we use petroleum jelly. Is like the best thing for babies. A well-oiled baby is a well-loved baby. So yeah, I use petroleum jelly like after they bath, and also like as a bum cream, right? Aqueous cream, which I also use to bath them, and sometimes as a bum cream, especially if they've got sensitive skin, if they've got nappy rash. Baby shampoo and detangler, you know, it's a nice to have, but you don't really need it. Baby oil, baby powder, those are like nice to have, but I mean, just simply like a newborn baby, you can just bath them with soap and water, not soap, with the cloth and warm water, and they'll be just fine. Okay, but basically these are just the toiletries. It's such a short list. Okay, so the next on the list is the accessory, the smaller accessories. So this would be like a medicine or grooming kit, right? So that will have like those little things that you use to take out the snot. You'd have the like the medicine measures, a little thermometer, and then you also have like a comb for the baby, a nail clip and whatnot. So that's a nice to have. You can do without it, but it's pretty handy because those little kids like to use regular nail cutters. It's you can use them, but they're rather big, and I also wouldn't want the baby to share with the adults as well. And then also there would be the bottles, right? Baby bottles. So if you're going to exclusively breastfeed and you know that you will not be separated from your baby at all, you don't need bottles. Like I had like my first child, I exclusively breastfed. I was never separated from her for a very long time, so I never used baby bottles at all. But I found that that was difficult. So even though I do still breastfeed my children, like with the other two, the middle kids, the boys, I would formula feed as well. So I would get bottles for that. And with this one, what I'm doing is I got a breast pump. Yeah, I actually have two, a manual one and an electric one, so that I can pump breast milk. So she still gets breast milk, but then I'm able to, if I need to leave her and also get some rest, like when she's crying the whole night and so forth, I can give her to my mom who's here helping with the baby, or my husband to feed her, and then I can get some rest. So with the baby bottles comes the bottle sterilizer, that unit that you use to sterilize the bottles. You can just dunk them in a pot of boiling water. That works just as well. But I find I like those sterilizer unit things, because then I use them as the baby storage. That's where the baby things stay. They're in one place and then they're safe. A bottle brush, yeah, to clean obviously the bottles. The pacifier, if you're going to use a pacifier, right? Yeah, you can also put that in that sterilizer thing. So another thing is also baby bag. One will do, but it's nice to have two, right? And if you don't have, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. I know they sell fancy or specific baby bags, but you just need a bag, that's all. You can even use your own bag, as long as the things that the baby needs when you're traveling with him or her are there, then that makes it a baby bag. But I usually get two. I usually get a bigger one and a smaller one, right? And with those, they're always I usually get ones with changing mats. And then also yeah, a bath sheet. So what I use a bath sheet is to actually put the baby on the back. So to carry the baby on the back. I will show well, not now, I actually won't show it in this video, but maybe I'll do another separate video and I'll actually show you how I do it. Like traditionally, in my culture, that's what we do. It's really very convenient for me, because it suits the baby. They can still hear your heart, but obviously from the back, and then it restricts them, and like they can just go to sleep, and you have your hands free to do your work, right? So I also have like a sling, a baby sling, right? Sling carrier like this, but this one, use it on the front or on the side. And I also have okay, it's very long, a wrap, like a baby wrap carrier. But the problem with these, like for me, is because I'm short, my hands are short, so when the baby is in front, I'm restricted from doing other things. When I've tried it when it was small, it also got the thing very dirty, so I find it, I like using these like when I'm up and about. Let's say I'm taking the bus or I'm taking a walk, and then I don't have to use my hands. I'm just using it to transport her, or if she's fussy, just to soothe her. It works well because it's like skin to skin, chest to chest. She can feel my heartbeat, she can be calm and so forth. But it's but in terms of actually using it and doing work, it's really difficult. Also in summer, I find carrying the baby in the front makes you feel much hotter than if the baby's at the back, right? So but those ones are really good. Those are like I think for me a necessity, something to carry the baby with, whether you use these ones or like you put the baby on the back, whatever. But yeah. And then just some face cloths. I used to wash the baby. I also used to as burp cloths as well. And then bath towels. Basically you can just get any towel, but they make these hooded ones. So yeah, this is one of the towels, these hooded ones, which is really great because they, once their hair is wet, they lose a lot of heat through their head. So it's good when, especially when they're babies, just to cover their head and keep them warm as you are bathing them. And then blankets. I used to use mink blankets, but now I just use just fleece. So I've got smaller ones for summer and or when it's not very cold, and I've got big mink fleece blankets. Yeah, so I'm not using any mink ones at all. And then also receiving blankets or swaddles. So I'm loving these swaddles from Baby Sense. You see, it's really good because it's not a conventional, it's like a heart shape, right? So you put the baby and then you're able to easily swallow, even if it's not your strongest point, but like they make it really easy, and they keep the baby nice and snug. But I always see, sometimes I can see that, okay, she's not really into the swallow, like if her tummy is bothering her, it's like she's not settling down. But usually when she's fine, then it really helps her to sleep faster and to sleep for longer. So yeah, so basically that is the the smaller accessories. And then in terms of the big accessories, so everything here now on this list is nice to have. You don't necessarily need it, right? So I got like a stroller, I got like a car seat. Like in Africa, right, car seats are not compulsory. Like I know, like I watch videos where people are in Europe or in America and they don't release you if you don't have a car seat. I'm like, so does that mean everyone has a car? What happens if you don't have a car? I don't know how it's worked out, but here a lot of people don't have cars, so a car seat is not mandatory for you to actually come out of the hospital. And if, let's say, you're traveling with a baby in a car without a car seat, you just put the baby in your arms, right? And it works that way. I respect the laws of the countries whereby they say, yes, I know it's probably safer if they do say so, but it's a luxury that a lot of people in Africa do not have, like access to cars and whatnot. So yeah, car seat is it's not really a must have where we are. Though for me, because I am a mom who drives and I will have to drive with the baby alone, I did get the car seat, because how else am I supposed to do it? But yeah, this is the first time I've actually gotten one. Before, I never used to drive, so we did have a car seat, but it wasn't that like necessary. Then the crib. Okay, so this is the crib that we have for her, and she's actually also the first one to have a crib, because before we never had the space. That's another thing that you need to consider. Do you have space for a crib? We never had space for a crib before, so she would just like my children would just co-sleep with us. Even now, she co-sleeps with us, and then she takes naps in the afternoon on her bed. Sometimes at night, if I can see that, okay, she's gonna sleep for a long time, I'll put her in the bed. But then yeah, I know in different places there's all this thing about co-sleeping and how it's it's dangerous and so forth. And yeah, I'm not saying that's not true, but I'm just saying another thing, like also where we are, like people do not have the luxury of having cribs and whatnot. Some people, it's like a family of 5 in one room, so co-sleeping is just the only way to go. There's no other option. And then just getting a chest of drawers or a compactum like this is also the first time like my baby has had. Before, they'll just have like a cupboard, like in our wardrobe they'll have like just a drawer for them. Or sometimes when we had like a really smaller place, I'll just get a big suitcase where all the baby's things will be there. So yeah, and then the other things, it's like a high chair, and a baby rocker. So we do have them there in another room, right? So those ones were gifts, right? The high chair, like for when baby's feeding, or feeding chair it's called, yeah, it came as a bundle set with the crib. So yeah, that's why I got it. Otherwise, I don't think I would have gotten it before. I never needed it before. And then the last thing, yeah, the rocker was also as a gift. So it's nice that it's there, right? And it really does help, but I don't know if I would have actually used my own money to buy that, right? And then the last thing I'll talk about is a nappy bin or a nappy genie, whatever it's called. This is something I would have never, ever bought, but the one I have is from Tommy Tippy. It works really well. It came as a set with the crib, right? So I got these things from a charity shop, and it was like a whole big deal with a lot of accessories inside and stuff like that. So that's why I've got some of the things. Before, I would just get a bag, put the diaper. When I've got like 5 or 6, go throw it in the bigger bin, and then that's it. But now that I have it, it's actually nicer, because I can have more diapers like I can fill up a lot more diapers before I have to go to the bin, and it's just convenient to not have to go like a long place to throw away a diaper. But basically, guys, that is it. That is just yeah, what I did to, you know, to prepare for the baby. And yeah, it's been really good. Yeah, like I said, if you have some of these things, then that's great. If you don't have or can't afford it, like I'm saying this because I remember at one point I would have wanted a lot of the things that I have now, and then I was worried that, oh, I didn't get this for my baby and so forth. That has got no bearing on parenting. As long as you love your child, you provide them, you keep them safe, that is the most important thing. So enjoy the motherhood journey or the fatherhood journey. And yeah, just yeah, count your blessings. As long as your baby's healthy and fine, enjoy healthy and fine, then the rest is just small change. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.